Welcome. This is District 6710's first ever virtual service project. We're gathered together today to raise money for Polio Plus and to help the first responders in our district. I'm Nancy Stearman. I am in the Greensburg Rotary Club. I actually am your district governor nominee designee, which means I will be district governor in the 2022-23 year. So this is a service project that we conceived of really to have some fun at the physical district conference that we had planned. Our original goal was to invite everybody to come, literally stuff these bears while they were at district conference, and at the end of the conference, hopefully we would have raised $10,000 for Polio Plus, and we would have 500 stuffed animals that would leave the conference to be distributed to the first responders out in the district. Well, obviously that event didn't happen, so we have morphed into this virtual service project. And we still have the same goals. We still want to raise $10,000 for Polio Plus. If we can do that, it will give the district a total of almost $90,000 that will have been donated to Polio Plus this year. And we don't have to stop at $10,000. I thought that was a lofty goal, but I have to tell you, here we are at the beginning of this service project, and we have already raised $8,000. So we're only $2,000 away from our goal. So as the day progresses, you're going to hear me compelling you to donate to help us get to that $10,000 goal, because it just is so critical to the effort that Rotary International has to make a difference to children in those far-flung countries that still are suffering with polio. That's why we're giving the money. But when you give that money, hopefully you have bought a bear that you are going to stuff with many other people from across the district today. And those bears will end up in the hands of the first responders in the district. Now, why is that important? You may be thinking, what can a bear do? Well, the bear may be small, but the impact that bear can have on the life of a child that has been in a traumatic situation is absolutely huge. The first responders have told me that when they have a stuffed animal that they can give to a child who's been an accident victim, been a crime victim, is simply in a situation where maybe they haven't been victimized, but someone in their family has. It's very traumatic for the child. So to be able to comfort them with a stuffed animal is just absolutely huge. Huge for the child, and I think also huge for the first responders. In fact, right now, let's hear from one of the first responders in our district to help you understand how important these stuffed bear hugs are.
This is Bear Hugs. Each officer of Greensburg Police Department has at least one bear hug in their car. We give them away to children who are in difficult situations, and we find they have a very common effect on a child and even some adults if we hand these out.
In our community, Rotary is synonymous with making a difference, and that's why I became a Rotarian myself. If our local Rotary Club is involved, things are going to change for the better. I want to thank District 6710 for bringing us the Bear Hugs program. In our line of work, sadly, it is not uncommon for us to be working with children that are going through troubling times. Words only go so far, and during those times, it is important that we provide them with something else. These teddy bears will allow us to make a difference when time is needed most. And so on behalf of our first responders across the Commonwealth and the children who will be receiving these teddy bears, we want to say thank you.
Absolutely, we are here at a virtual bear stuffing event. You can see me, but I can't see you, and I really want to see what's going on in your location. If you are hosting an actual hands-on bear stuffing event with several people, or maybe it's just you at home stuffing this bear, I want to see those pictures so that we can share it with everybody else in the district to let them see how much support there is for this project. So if you would like to, not if you would like to, please, you must send us your pictures to the email address that's shown at the bottom of the screen. We'd really appreciate it, and you're going to see those throughout the day so that we can be connected with each other. Rotary connects the world. Let's use these photos to connect our district. While you all are stuffing your bears, we want to give you just a little bit of information. You know, I've always loved magic, and my favorite magic tricks are the disappearing acts. So please enjoy this short act from Magic Man, Colin Culliver.
Hello everybody, my name is Colin Culliver. Thank you so much for having me today. I'm a local magician here based out of the Evansville area, and I want to give a special thank you to Lee Perry for having me out today to entertain you all with a little bit of magic to break up your day. So I hope you enjoy. I'd like to start you off with your introduction to magic the same way I was introduced to magic, and that was through a coin trick. Here we have plenty of coins. Let me just get up close so you guys can have the perfect view. So we're going to start with just one coin here. We're using American half dollars. All right, today, because they're nice and large and everyone can see them. So the most basic thing you can do with a coin, check it out. If I just grab it here, give it a rub in my hand, it'll completely disappear. It's still there, it's just invisible. So we can give that one another try, okay? Here we go. Once again, look, I make it disappear faster this time. It's not in that hand either, but if I start to give it a wave, there it is. Just reappears there. Now, that's pretty crazy, but it gets even crazier when I add in a second coin. Now, these two half dollars have an interesting property, okay? They are drawn closer and closer together. If you watch closely, you might even be able to see it. But we don't have time for that. So I'll show you in a much easier way. Check it out. I'll take one right here, his friend on the other side. Okay, and it's just gonna start happening. I can already feel it happening, and you guys might even be able to hear it. Oh, okay, ready? Listen. There, right then, it happened. Check it out, this hand, empty now completely. And over here we have 1 and 2. There they are, right there together. Now, like I said, with 1, it was pretty great. With 2, even better. And you know what they say about 3. That's right, 3's a crowd. So we're going to go ahead and skip that and move straight to 4. All right, this one is a good combination of all of those relationships that we saw earlier, with just 1 coin, with 2 coins, and now we're going to use all 4. Along with the 4 coins, let's make it even harder, space them out a little bit more. Also going to use these 2 very generic cards, okay? What this is to do is just to block me from doing any sleight of hand, okay? Because we're going to just go ahead and I will never touch the coins directly, only the cards, and the cards will cover the coins, okay? So that's how we're going to do this today. They're all going to start jumping together first with these 2, okay? So check it out. These 2 right here will jump together in 3, 2, 1. Right there, it happened. You see? Now, none over here. There we go, 2 right there. We'll go ahead and have this one join. 3, 2, 1. Now, very nice. And then this 4th one and final. 3, 2, 1. That's it. All 4 together now. 1, 2, 3, 4. All in a row. You see how they're all drawn together just like that. How cool was that one? So I hope you enjoyed the coin trick. Along with the coin, I also have another type of magic to show you today. And you've gotten a little hint right here, right? A couple of cards. It's some card magic. Another one of my very favorite types. So I hope you enjoyed that first one. And I'll come close again. All right, so we have this box of cards, and the cool thing about this one, it's called the Blue Illusion, okay? And the rule with this one is nothing you expect to be blue is ever blue. All right, that might not make sense right away, but it will coming up soon, so check it out. As I pull out the cards, you'll notice how that happens for the first time, right? The cards aren't blue, they're red. And why would you have a blue box with a red deck of cards in it? And the answer to that is, well, you wouldn't. So, with just a wave, you see, that box changes to match the cards. Just like this. All red. Isn't that crazy, guys? Now, all the cards are different today, as you can see. And if you were here, I'd have you pick one. Maybe pick your favorite or just pick a number or something and we'd go to one. But today I'm going to pick at random, so I'm going to cover my eyes. Here we go. And just randomly pick this one right here. What do we got? All right, let's go with the 2 of diamonds, everybody. That's going to be our random selection for today. Now remember, the rule with the Blue Illusion, right? Nothing you expect to be blue is ever blue. Here's another example, guys. So all the cards, remember, I want to give you a good look at them. They're all red, all right? Except for the one that we picked, we're going to make that one different with a wave of the wand. And unexpectedly, you might have guessed it, it's the only blue card in the deck of red. And why would you only have one blue card in a deck full of red cards with a red box? And the answer to that question, you might have guessed it there, you wouldn't. So with just a wave, now we've changed that to red, just like all the others. Guys, they're all different. And not a single blue card, right, in the pack. All right, I hope you enjoyed that one. A nice card trick for you. Card magic, it does happen to be my very favorite type of magic, so I really enjoyed that one to do for you. For this next one, a few cards involved with that one as well, but this one falls under its own special category. A category of magic that is used often. If you've gone to a magic show, you've probably seen a trick like this. And this type of magic is known as group illusion, right? It's an illusion that works for the whole group. So we're going to do one just like that for you today. Here we go. We have these cards. They're red and they're big, okay? And there are, for our folks there that are keen at math, you might notice that there are 5. All right, so we have 5 cards here for you. I'm just going to step a little closer. And here's all I need you guys to do, okay? I'm going to show you all 5 cards. I just need you to think of one in your mind. So make a mental selection of one of these cards and just remember it, okay? So here we go. I'm going to show you all 5. Hopefully you remember what it is. If it's a club, heart, diamond, or spade, make sure you do. Go ahead and select it now. Great, hopefully you have one there. Now comes my part. I'm going to give them a mix, just to mix the order up completely here. And now comes the hard part. I'm just going to step back so you guys, whoop, there's the table right there, perfect. step back so you guys can see me here. That's how you know that it's live, right? Okay. As I make a selection here, we're going to go through. Okay. Yeah, it's a tough one, but after a little deliberation, I think it's this one right here. Now, I don't want to change my mind, and I want to make sure that you see that I don't. So I'm going to go ahead and put it on the table there for later. Now, here's the next part, everyone. It's very simple. I'm just going to show you the other 4 cards, and you tell me, okay? Is yours still there? Okay, is it gone? What do you think? It might have worked for you. Hopefully you can see them all. It might not have. Okay, but if your card is no longer in the pack, okay, there's only one answer for that, and that's that this one right here that I took out is your card, okay? And even if you did see your card in there, let's all do a little exercise in imagination. Let's all imagine the card I'm holding right now is your card, the card that you selected for your choice, okay? There we go. Hopefully we're all imagining it now. Okay, now here's what I want you to do, everybody. In this exercise of imagination, just clear your selection out completely. Imagine that when I turn this card around, it's just blank completely, okay? You've cleared out your selection now. Hopefully you guys were doing it there. We were definitely imagining it here. And oh yes, yeah, if we did it right, and I think we did, it would probably happen for real. And there we go, guys. I'll come closer so you can see one card just like all the rest, but it's turned completely blank. So I hope that worked for you guys there. It definitely worked for us here. So, here, let me get back so I can say bye, guys. Another huge thank you to Lee Perry for having me out, letting the magic be part of your entertainment today. So I hope you really enjoyed it. We had a great time here, and I'll see you next time, guys. All right, bye-bye.
We have people standing by to stuff bears. We need for you to go online to our website, which is bearhugs.org, where you can make a donation. You can buy a bear. $25, $50, $100. We are only $2,000 away from our goal. So I need you to go to bearhugs.org, make a donation or purchase a bear. For every donation that you make, we will stuff a bear, and that will go out to first responders within the district. So we're very close, but I need you, if you haven't donated yet, to go online to bearhugs.org and be part of this virtual service project.
Rotarians. They came here when her mother and father died.
We picked this family around 2004. We were led by a young sister. So we gave them assistance in terms of health, in terms of food, and other utensils that they wanted as a normal child. When these children fall sick, we normally use their guardians and the neighbors, so they telephone to us and seek for help. Because this is a longer distance, in most cases they can't travel to the hospital. So they call us and explain what happens with them and what their problem is. We normally come, examine them, and treat them.
I want to become a nurse to help the orphans. I don't want to see them when they are crying, sick, and they don't have anything to eat.
Despite the fact that their parents died, they wish to have the best life that we all have.
The community of Delagrande is about over an hour and a half by very bumpy, very hilly, several incredibly steep hills. So really only all-terrain vehicles or jeeps can get through there. My name is Jenny Huntley, and I'm a registered midwife from Toronto, Ontario, Canada, and I've been volunteering with Midwives for Haiti.
Laissez cette mauvaise voie du danger, nous ne voulions pas vous déranger, mais notre silence plus tard pourrait bien nous juger. Les choses doivent être corrigées. Laissez cette mauvaise voie du danger, nous ne voulions pas vous déranger, mais notre silence plus tard pourrait bien nous juger. Pour cela nous devons remplir la foulée. Vous êtes éléments pour nous corrompre, pour nous enseigner. Vous êtes là non pour nous abuser, mais pour nous protéger, ne nous exploitez plus. Investissez en nous, n'agissez plus pour notre malheur. Ne nous abusez plus.
Je dis au constat, l'enfant profond, c'est pas malade, ni malade. Li gen un bébé la côté. Bonjour bébé.
Many women have told me they've come from quite a far distance, an hour, even a couple hours of walking. But women seem to really be drawn to having someone just do a quick assessment of them and feel their belly and hear the baby's heartbeat and hear that everything is going well. Being able to have someone say, yes, your health is important to us, and women are more likely to seek care when they've had care in the pregnancy. Because of the Jeep, we're going to be able to run these mobile clinics to include places like Delagrande that we haven't been able to go to because of distance. The plan is that once a month, women will be able to be seen at these far-reaching places.
Pensez pour notre avenir, il est donc temps de repenser votre rôle d'aîné.
I'm here in a clinic in Accra, in Ghana, amongst the genius doctors, nurses, and health workers who are so transforming the lives of the people in this region with very simple medications and applications, from vaccines to bed nets. Wherever I go in doing my work, the Rotarians have been there before me. It is a very humbling thing to discover just exactly what putting service before yourself adds up to when you see it in practice on the field. When polio is finally eradicated, and you know it will be soon, you stand surely in the first chapter of that book. I admire the Rotary Club's interventions so much. They're well thought out and enacted. And so I thought nowhere better than right on the field to send you my very best and really offer thanks and gratitude to what you're all doing. From Bono in Accra, thanks again.
Our connections make powerful things happen, uniting individuals and communities. We are Rotary. We are people of action. And together, we turn great ideas into reality by accessing our networks, our experience, and the best of ourselves to make a difference. Around the world, Rotary brings leaders together to build new friendships and to solve problems. Like in Austria, where generations work side by side to build sustainable housing and community centers. In India, volunteers run a mobile blood bank to help provide a steady blood supply for their local community. And in Taiwan, people are working hard to get vulnerable citizens the support and services they need. With over 1 million members, we know what people can do when they come together. Take action with us. Find out more at rotary.org/action.
Congratulations to Rotary on the 30th anniversary of the Polio Plus program. Thanks to Rotarians' vision in 1985 of a polio-free world and your unwavering commitment and determination, we've made incredible progress. The world has never been in a better position to eradicate polio. 2 of the 3 strains of wild polio are now likely eliminated. India was certified polio-free. And Nigeria and the whole continent of Africa are closer than ever before to becoming polio-free. This progress is due to a tremendous global effort of partners, country governments, and Rotarians around the world. The Gates Foundation is committed to the goal of polio eradication, and we are proud of our amazing partnership with Rotary. As we near the finish line, the work is harder than ever, and Rotary's support is more important than ever. You are vital advocates for polio eradication. Thank you for 3 decades of support for fighting polio and for your ongoing commitment to ensure that no child ever again suffers from this crippling disease. Polio eradication will be a gift for generations to come.
Hello, everybody. How are you? My name is Sam Kirby, and I have had an absolute great time putting all of this together for you guys yesterday, today. I want to thank Brooke Haynes for all of the help she's provided on the Zoom end. I just want to thank Otha Ray and Nancy, Travis for considering a virtual conference and kind of making this come to life. When we can't come together in person, we can all come together in this virtual way. So again, thank you all for this opportunity. This has been really, really fun. So what we're going to do is we're going to actually go over live to a couple members of the Bowling Green Club who are stuffing bears over at Covington Woods Park. So I'm excited to bring on all of those folks. Jeanette, how's it going over there?
Hey, Sam. Hey, everybody. Well, the rain has stopped for now. And I'm going to switch my view around so that you'll be able to see our workers.
Yeah.
It's Gayla Warner, and she is stuffing away. So yeah, I noticed.
Before, after.
Nice. You're cranking right along.
And look at this. Oh. This is so cool. On the little bears, they have a little Rotary tag right there. Isn't that cool?
That's really
cool. So if somebody
cool.
gets a little bear, it's got the little Rotary insignia on the back.
No, that works.
That's fantastic. So how many bears are you all planning on getting through today? Like, how many do you have over there to get through?
I think that we had
19 bears we had.
Brian Googler, our current president. Yeah, he just passed the gavel. Immediate past president of the club. But we have 19, I think, is what we were trying to achieve, and we should. I think we only have about 4 or 5 left to do. So
y'all are quick. Walk us through that process. What is it like to stuff the bear? It looks like Brian's here starting a new one.
Well, yeah, it's really simple. They come like this, It's just a piece of material, and it's sewed together, and you just unzip it, and then you start stuffing. And usually they say start at the legs first, then do the arm, and then do the head, and then the main body, and then just zip it up and put it all back together again.
Yeah.
It's really simple.
Stuff them with love.
Stuff them with love.
and they've made it really simple that each bag that they provide pretty much fits that bear. Right. So everything is measured out perfectly for us. So it does make it really, really easy.
There's no guessing.
That looks like a lot of stuffing to go into one bear. I guess it all compacts itself in there.
Yes, it's crazy. And we put them back for right now since we're having such wonderful weather. We put them back in the cellophane to keep them clean.
They're really soft.
Yeah, I don't want any wet bears over there.
No.
They're very, very comforting.
Yeah.
That's good. Yeah, let's talk about that with the mission of everything with these bears. What is the I guess the mission with these, giving them to first responders, and then the fundraising component? Like, what does that mean to you guys, or just what are you thinking about while stuffing these bears? Because while that portion's fun, there's also a mission and a cause behind all of it.
Well, personally, anything that we can do to be involved in the community to bring, goodwill or just connect, and with having these with our law enforcement people to have available for if they do have an issue that there are children involved or in the area, that this can bring any comfort at all. Personally, that's what we're supposed to be doing, is just being of service where we can as part of Rotary. Gayla, you got any comments?
Oh, I will just say, I was telling Jeanette earlier that when my boys were very young, probably like second grade and kindergarten, they were in a little fender bender with their babysitter, and no one was hurt, but the police were there, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, the first responders gave my 2 sons each a little bear, and their whole takeaway from that, which could have been a really awful experience, being in a wreck and sirens and lights and everything all about, their takeaway was, look what the policeman gave me, this bear. And they still remember that, and they're in their 20s now. So I, from personal experience, know how valuable it can be at a time where a kid feels totally out of control.
That's amazing. Brian, what about you?
Well, I look at it, this is a comfort for the children. Especially you come up on the scene of an accident. There's a lot of stuff going on. The parents are stressed out. Everybody's stressed out, and this will kind of get some relief for the kids to kind of focus on the bear instead of what's going on around them. I really think this is a great idea. That we need to do this for the help, and any way we can, we should. So this is just a simple way, easy way that we're doing it.
And then there's the fundraising aspect as well, where all of these, purchases of bears, that's money that's going towards Polio Plus. Let's talk a little bit more about the mission of Rotary to end polio worldwide, and what that means to all of you guys individually. I know for me, being a newer member of the organization, I'm kind of finding my way through those things, but it's really cool to be part of an organization that has that large of a worldwide impact. So something as small as stuffing a bear like you all are doing right now has the ability to compound and really truly change the world. So that's just my perspective. For you guys, what is it like to kind of think about Rotary's impact worldwide and how the donations from this are going towards Polio Plus?
All right, and Polio Plus, Rotary's almost got polio taken care of worldwide. There's just a couple countries that are still just trouble spots, of course. But it's important to remember that people my age.
I think you guys have frozen up on us a little. I don't think the storm's helping cell service much at all.
Really don't.
There we go. I think it's heating out. There he goes.
There
I think
you
I
are.
got back.
Yeah, I was saying with the storm and everything, and you all trying to stay dry under that shelter, that cell service has been definitely a little iffy today. So Brian, you were talking about Polio Plus and kind of those last countries that were trying to really help eradicate polio worldwide.
There's a couple countries that we're still having problems with, and it's basically because of wars and tribal issues, I guess. But like I said, people don't understand what polio really was and what polio really did to this country and how it decimated the population and affected people. I don't think I know of anybody that's got polio.
I will say the reason I was interested in joining Rotary as opposed to any other service or civic organization, I never had the pleasure of meeting my husband's father, because when my husband was 6 years old, his father died from complications of polio, and that was always on my list somewhere. I was going to do something for polio, and Rotary was that avenue to do that. And I've never looked back, but I'm so glad that is what brought me to Rotary, because we've done so many wonderful things that have been so fulfilling for me personally, but also to be just part of such a great group of people who are service-minded. Cheers.
That's great. Have you all enjoyed our first virtual district conference so far? I mean, this is something entirely new.
Loved it.
Well, so as you know, change is not easy for people, and this has made people do a lot of changing and adjusting, and it's just a matter of how we adjust and how we change to make the world a better place. So I mean, it's exciting that we got to be part of the first one, and really we just can't say enough about how good we feel about what happened yesterday and today, both. With your help, of course. But, really, it's exciting. It can be exciting times. It can be challenging too, but it's change.
Yeah. It wasn't able to stop us. We were able to continue to do and to reach. So that's the great thing of living in this time and in this era, that if this had happened 30 years ago, of course we wouldn't have had you, Sam, but
I would be negative 5 years old.
Yes, I know. Rub it in. But we couldn't have done this. So because of technology and the time and the people that are willing to put in the work, thank you very much, Sam, and for Travis, the hours that y'all had to have put in even before, the conference happened, greatly appreciated, and just quality work. So really, so excited that you were able to do that. And yes, we were disappointed that we weren't able to bring people to Bowling Green to experience what this city has or what we can provide. But there will be another day, and hopefully we'll be able to meet in person, but also possibly do both, to where for those that cannot, we can invite them into Bowling Green through technology.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and Othere said that really well in his address. The State of the District address is, it's different, but we're going to have to adapt and change, and that for Rotary to continue to do what it's doing, given the times, we can't stop in any way. We just have to adapt, and that's what's been really interesting to be a part of. And again, I feel super privileged to live in this time period and to be in this particular field, because 30 years ago, not only would I be -5 years old, but there's no way that this would have even been remotely possible. I mean, effectively, ask every organization to have its own television station, back then, and that's just not feasible or possible.
No, but I'm glad that you're able to check in here. Is there anything else you want us to talk about with the Stuff the Bear?
No, I really think that's it. We just wanted to go live to a stuffing party. I want to remind everybody to continue to send in their photos. You can send us some photos too as you guys progress. I know you're getting close to finishing up. But yeah, everybody please keep sending in your photos. I'm happy to pop those in there. Jeanette, thank you guys for jumping in despite the weather and still stuffing bears out there. This is really cool, and we're going to toss it back to Nancy here in the studio in just a second. So Jeanette, thank you so much.
Thank you, and hi, Nancy.
Hi. Hi.
Thank you, Sam.
Thank you, Nancy.
Bye, guys.
Thanks. All right, bye.
So we're still rolling here live, and I'm really glad that we were able to have that where the club could come in remotely and do those things. So again, keep sending in your photos, and also keep going to bearhugs.org. I'll put up a slide about that to keep making donations. That's going to be absolutely vitally important to achieving our $10,000 goal. So far, I think we're just tipping over about 9 is what I've heard. So make sure to make those donations. And again, thank you guys for this opportunity to put this thing together. We've got some more entertainment, some more content for you that we're going to keep rolling. But again, keep sending pictures in and making donations. It's fun stuff, and bears together, apart, remotely. Yay, district conference.
Welcome back. Well, let me tell you how much progress we've made toward our $10,000 goal. We are almost to $9,000. So I need you to help us bridge that gap, raise the last $1,000 that we need, or more. We don't have to stop at $10,000, by going online to bearhugs.org to make a donation, and we will get the bears stuff. Let me tell you this, that $25 that you give us turns into $75 because it's going to be matched 2 for 1 by the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation. So your $25 becomes $75. $75 immunizes 100 children from polio. So, would you spend $25 to save the life of 100 children? I believe most of us would. As Rotarians, that's what we're all about, is making a difference in the world, reaching those places where other people haven't been able to reach. And Rotary has the infrastructure to get in there, immunize against polio, and get this job done. So, we need your money. You need to feel the satisfaction of having saved hundreds of lives. And just $50, you've saved 200 lives. It's just imperative that you go online to bearhugs.org and help us get to our $10,000 goal.
To play your own game, cover it up, don't let them know what you're thinking. I bet you never tell them how it feels. I bet you never even try to be real. You won't go fooling me twice now, baby. I'm sorry, that's the way it is. You won't go fooling me twice now, baby. I'm sorry, that's the way it is, yeah. Don't you think like that, I will love you endlessly. If you'd only believe in me. Don't you be like that.
What's your name?
Sarah.
Sarah. I'm Arinma.
I run my own charity, which is known as Charisma.
Hello. Hello, how are you? Yeah, I'm all right. You're not in school? Nope. You're lucky you have 6 weeks.
What we do best is provide positive alternatives for our young people, other than the gun and gang crime, either what they get involved in or more so what they get stereotyped. The time now is 15:27. You're listening to Sisters on the Couch. One of our biggest achievements is Peace FM. You can manage the conflict, you can then stop it from escalating. It gives us the opportunity to actually speak about us from our perspective. And I think that's important as to why we do what we do, because we want a peaceful community to live in. I spent 3 months at Chulalongkorn University in Bangkok. There was, I think, 17 of us from 14 different countries. And not only do you learn from the lecturers who came, but you also learn from each other as well. I met Charlie, who's a police officer from Australia. I think we kind of like clicked and found similarities in our work, especially when I talked about the radio station.
Arinma and the work that she has done in the UK directly correlates with what I do in Melbourne.
2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Whilst they are Sudanese born in Sudan, now that they've moved to Melbourne, they become Australians. But if you ask them where would you like to be, they'd rather go back home. And so what I went to talk to them about was basically make the most of this opportunity.
There's a lot of trouble in the community, not everyone wants to be a leader. Like a lot of wrong ways, and everyone's just choosing the wrong ways because they're easier to get into. No one wants to stand out and be the hero.
Rinma, she opened the Sudanese Leadership Development Program. She actually switched the minds on to this concept of being an active citizen.
I told you guys, you should have been listening to me all along. We came up with the idea through the Youth Leadership Program. We thought, hey, let's apply what we've learned into something. The soccer clinics are meant to be for juniors. If they're here in the one place, they'll make friends and just create some harmony within the local area.
Very easy, not too hard.
We need to invest in our young people today.
These guys here, James, Silva, Tito, and David, they're here today to present you with a little gift for coming out.
They now have to make a new life in a peaceful, positive way.
My name is Hannah Warren. I'm the founder of Julay and a former Rotary Ambassadorial Scholar to India. Maheshwar is an ancient village on the edge of the Narmada River in the state of Madhya Pradesh. Weaving is a local tradition, and today there are over 4,000 weavers living there. I first went to Maheshwar in order to pursue a photography project that would document female weavers wearing saris that they'd woven themselves. And I was really surprised when I got there to realize that these women couldn't even afford to own a single sari that they had woven themselves. They had this incredible talent and skill, and yet they couldn't actually afford to own a sari. That really inspired me to start a project that would empower these women to become financially independent and to rise above the middlemen who exploit them. So I decided to create Julay, which is a non-profit social enterprise that concentrates on investing in women so that they can create a brighter future for themselves, their families, and their communities. Rotary really helped us to expand the scope of what we're doing. Now, just 2 years down the line, we're working with over 100 women. Ultimately, our goal is to work with over 1,000 women because we believe that investing in women can create sustainable and measurable impacts in this community that will help to end child labor and ultimately alleviate the cycle of chronic poverty.
Easton is the oldest public high school in the city of New Orleans. It breathes the city because it holds a lot of tradition. When you look towards the school, you see this castle. And within this kingdom, everybody is a family.
We travel from place to place, you know, trying to figure out where could we go, because, you know, New Orleans is our home.
I grew up in uptown New Orleans. I moved to Hammond, Louisiana.
I grew up in New Orleans, born and raised. Had to evacuate to Dallas, Texas, about 8 hours away.
We were determined that we were going to make it. Well, if this school didn't make it, the city wouldn't.
It is no either or, correct? It is both.
Every child had a book and every child had a seat.
Okay, he said it's 20 degrees Celsius.
Because science is just or more important.
It was a beacon.
Got it?
Got it.
And it gave momentum to others that wanted to come back and open schools. It could not have happened without everybody working together and saying, you know, this is our city, this is our school.
Without the school, where do we have to go? I mean, to get an education and to possibly venture out into other worlds and come back and help our community. If the school wouldn't have reopened, what future would we have?
Our connections make powerful things happen, uniting individuals and communities. We are Rotary. We are people of action. And together, we turn great ideas into reality by accessing our networks, our experience, and the best of ourselves to make a difference. Around the world, Rotary brings leaders together to build new friendships and to solve problems. Like in Austria, where generations work side by side to build sustainable housing and community centers. In India, volunteers run a mobile blood bank to help provide a steady blood supply for their local community. And in Taiwan, people are working hard to get vulnerable citizens the support and services they need. With over 1 million members, we know what people can do when they come together. Take action with us. Find out more at rotary.org/action.
In our community, Rotary is synonymous with making a difference, and that's why I became a Rotarian myself. If our local Rotary Club is involved, things are going to change for the better. I want to thank District 6710 for bringing us the Bear Hugs program. In our line of work, sadly, it is not uncommon for us to be working with children that are going through troubling times. Words only go so far, and during those times, it is important that we provide them with something else. These teddy bears will allow us to make a difference when time is needed most. And so on behalf of our first responders across the Commonwealth and the children who will be receiving these teddy bears, we want to say thank you.
Well, we are almost to our $10,000 goal, and I want to thank you all so much for your support of this project. You know, your gifts of $25 have helped propel us almost to that $10,000 goal. Maybe you've never given before. Maybe you think, all I can afford is $25 and that doesn't make any difference. Well, let me assure you that it does. It makes a difference to us today, but even after our service project is over, the Bill and Melinda Gates will continue to match your gifts to Polio Plus 2-to-1, so that when you make a $25 donation, we've talked about it before, that becomes $75. Saves the lives of 100 children. Those small gifts are huge. They've made a huge impact here today, getting us to the almost $10,000 goal, and they will continue to make a huge impact throughout the coming year. If you are so inclined to continue to give, you can do that through your club. Thank you very much for the support of this project, and I appreciate your participation.
to play your own game. Cover it up, don't let them know what you're thinking. I bet you never tell them how it feels. I bet you never even try to be real. You won't go fooling me twice now, baby. I'm sorry, that's the way it is. You won't go fooling me twice now, baby. I'm sorry, that's the way it is, yeah. Don't you think like that, I will love you endlessly. If you don't believe in me, don't you be like that, I will love you forever. If you don't believe in me, yeah. I told you once, baby, I told you once what I know. You got to let it go. I told you once, baby, I told you once what I know. You got to let it go. You won't go fooling me twice now, baby. I'm sorry, that's the way it is. You won't go fooling me twice now, baby. I'm sorry, that's the way it is, yeah. Don't you think like that, I will love you endlessly. If you don't believe in me, don't you be like that, I will love you forever. If you don't believe in me, yeah.
Without small businesses of all shapes and sizes, this community would not be thriving.
And in the face of challenges, this community and its entrepreneurs stand tall and proud.
When adversity hits us, we take charge.
Young or old, new to the market, or here for decades.
We all have something special we share that binds us.
A spirit of service, collaboration, and lending a helping hand.
It's no secret that this time in Bowling Green's impressive history is a dark one.
Small business owners who have helped build this community up
now bear the burden as the economy has gone down.
Folks like us see the negative firsthand and try to turn it into a positive.
Folks like us know the great reward of employing hard-working people.
And the unbearable stress when you feel like you're letting them down.
This is the life of a business owner.
We built this and we'll weather any storm.
We built this.
We built this.
Support small businesses and help your neighbors.
And keep climbing.
This is Bowling Green, and here in Bowling Green,
we don't give up quite so easily.
And we do it together.
Support your local small businesses, and together we will come out of this storm stronger and better than ever. Hi, I'm Sam Kirby, and I'm your Stream Director. Stream Director allows you the ease of a video conference call with the output of a high-end quality live stream featuring custom graphics, inlaid presentations, videos, you name it, we handle it all. Once we've identified all of those things, our graphics team goes to work, creating lower thirds, designing splits, background graphics, your countdown into the stream, standby graphics, everything to make your end product come across as a professional broadcast. Our team wanted the ability to get onto Facebook Live, network with comments, interact with each other, and all do that in a remote setting. Stream Director makes this possible. Whether you're a corporate CEO trying to add some flash to your remote presentations, or you're a small business owner or a community leader looking to organize a panel to have more open discussions, finally we can do this together. 30 minutes prior to when you go live, you'll receive an email to join what is essentially a video call. I'll be able to, on the other end, coach you all through when to jump into certain topics, when to engage in commentary. On your end, it'll feel like a video call. On the output end, it'll be a professional live broadcast. What's holding you back? Live is but a stream. Join us at thestreamdirector.com. Mr. Richard Wheaton, thank you for connecting with us to make your donation. For those of you who are still tuned in with us, we're going to be wrapping things up, playing our final segment here in about 5 minutes. So again, you can continue to donate at bearhugs.org, but definitely get those donations in as we approach our $10,000 goal. Thanks, everybody. Since we have a little bit of a smaller crowd than yesterday, I just want to thank everybody by name who's still with us here. I want to thank Brooke for being with us, Bill Miller, Celeste Herbert, Joanne Hepperman, Melissa Ernest, Michael Parker, Nancy and Otharay Stearman, Richard Wheaton, and Terry Prater. Thank you so much for being here with us and joining us for this virtual event. Again, this is something brand new that we're trying, and we're happy that you're along for the ride. Thanks.
Give me have a personal touch. As soon as you walk in that door, you're family.
And I heard him speaking to his sons about all the fishing trips that they used to go on. He dropped his head and he said, I wish I could go one more time.
So Operation Pride is a wonderful local organization that helps this community understand how wonderful it already is.
If you want to come to work with good people and a job that you'll enjoy and have opportunity to grow, then this is a good place for you.
He came up and he gave me a big hug and he said, Barlock was my dream, but this is beyond my wildest dream.
We are fighting for a community where
every child, every person,
every family thrives.
Duncan Hines loved to travel, and that was part of his job as a traveling salesman. And so he knew good food when he ate it.
Our son is John William, and his first camp experience was actually this summer.
As a teacher, our goal is to have the kids excel to the best of their abilities.
And he takes a lot of pride in his work. Your piece is not being shipped out of the store. It actually never leaves our hands.
Take advantage of getting outside and being motivated by the sights and sounds around you.
He never would take anything to a mechanic because he knew how to do it, because his dad taught him.
I could apply this to real life. You have the freedom to choose what you want to do.
I'm William Weber. I am the wee bowling champion here.
Hey everybody, so I just wanted to jump on once again and thank you guys for the opportunity to put this conference together. We're about to wrap things up. Now I know we are just a tad shy of our $10,000 goal. The way that this has all worked, not to spoil any of the magic, but Nancy is not actually here with me right now, and so we're about to come on and kind of wrap things up. She's going to mention that we've met our goal. I think we will by the end of the day. At this point we are close, but we're not there yet, so I did want to preface that to make sure that we weren't false advertising for that to you guys that we had met that goal yet, but I believe we will. I believe we will today as people continue. Oh, look at this. Nancy says we're at 9,500, so we're really close. If you're into math or creative accounting, rounding, I'd say we're pretty close to 10, so I'm going to play this ending segment. We're going to wrap things up, and thank you all again so much for this opportunity. This has been a fantastic experience. I'm looking forward to growing as a Rotary member. Being only 25, I have so many years, I hope, to come with the organization, and this has just been a great jump into getting to know a lot of you from across the district who I have not met in person, so I can't wait until we can real meet. But thanks again for giving us the opportunity to put all of this together, and I'm going to let Nancy close things out virtually. So again, thanks so much for jumping in, and we hope that you all have a great rest of your weekend and enjoy your upcoming week. Thank you so much. Let's go to the end here. Where's Nancy? There she is. Thanks, everybody.
Well, as we wrap up our event today, I just want to thank you so much for your participation. I also want to thank Brooke Haynes, who has handled all of the logistics with Zooming this virtual conference, and Sam Kirby of VidMonster Productions, who has been just phenomenal to work with and has made all of this come together and happen. So thank you all. We couldn't have done it without you, and we couldn't have done it without you Rotarians who have supported this project.